One of my favorite quotes, it comes from William Gibson, and it says, "The future's already here. It's just not evenly distributed." And so a lot of what we are seeing in China right now could be coming to a theater near us real soon. And I agree that the U.S. government would have a hard time implementing all of that. But, Facebook is implementing a lot of it without it being policy. We're just willingly giving them all of our data because it's a quote unquote free service. And when Apple and Google suddenly say they're going to work together for geolocation and contact tracing, because without it, we can't restart our economy. I mean, I think there are a lot of Americans who would be very willing to say, well, I want control of my data, but if that's the only way I can get back to work, I think a lot of people are going to take that. My mom, you know me, I grew up in the projects. My mom was not a capitalist because she didn't have capital. She would have been a capitalist if she had capital, but she didn't believe in that system because her view was, capitalists are just people that try to screw me and my family for their own benefit. And so this idea that somehow Americans would never tolerate X, Y, or Z, I think starts to change when Americans get pissed off that their system isn't providing for them. I mean, Americans would never vote for a socialist president, except a lot of Americans now are much more supportive of things that feel like socialism in the United States because they think capitalism doesn't work for them. So I think representative democracy and capitalism as we have lived it in the last 40 years, your and my lifetime, Andrew, do not appear to be working for the majority of the American population. And that I think will lead us to change what we are and are not prepared to tolerate from our leaders.
You mean quote unquote socialist ideas like giving everyone $1,200 or giving everyone $1,000 a month?
For example, I've heard of that as an idea, right?
Yeah. There was someone who ran around the country talking about that a lot.